On February 7, 987, Byzantine generals Bardas Phocas the Younger and Bardas Skleros initiated a significant rebellion against Emperor Basil II. This uprising by prominent military elites posed a substantial challenge to the emperor's authority. In 1301, on February 7th, Edward of Carnarvon, who would later become King Edward II of England, was bestowed the title of the first English Prince of Wales. This event marked a pivotal moment in English history, establishing a tradition for the heir apparent. On February 7, 1756, during the Guarani War, Sepe Tiaraju, the leader of the Guarani rebels, was killed in a skirmish with Spanish and Portuguese troops. His death was a significant event in the conflict between colonial powers and indigenous populations in South America. The American Revolutionary War saw a notable event on February 7, 1783, when French and Spanish forces lifted the Great Siege of Gibraltar. This development had significant implications for the strategic dynamics of the war. The 11th Amendment to the United States Constitution was ratified on February 7, 1795. This amendment established the principle of state sovereign immunity, shaping the jurisdiction of federal courts. On February 7, 1807, during the Napoleonic Wars, Napoleon Bonaparte encountered Russian forces under General Bennigsen at Eylau. After intense combat, the French army seized the town, but the battle continued the following day. The Battle of Debre Tabor occurred on February 7, 1842, where Ras Ali Alula, the regent of the Emperor of Ethiopia, defeated warlord Wub Haile Mariam of Semien. This victory was significant in consolidating power within the Ethiopian Empire. A pivotal moment in education occurred on February 7, 1854, when a law was approved to establish the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology. Lectures commenced on October 16, 1855, marking the beginning of this esteemed institution. The Dreyfus Affair reached a critical point on February 7, 1898, as Émile Zola was brought to trial for libel after publishing J'accuse. This trial underscored deep societal divisions and had lasting impacts on French politics and justice. On February 7, 1900, during the Second Boer War, British forces made their third unsuccessful attempt to lift the siege of Ladysmith. This prolonged siege was a significant episode in the conflict between the British Empire and Boer republics. Walt Disney's second full-length animated film, Pinocchio, premiered on February 7, 1940. The film has since become a classic in the annals of animated cinema. World War II saw a crucial event on February 7, 1943, when the Imperial Japanese Navy completed the evacuation of their army troops from Guadalcanal during Operation K. This marked the end of Japanese efforts to reclaim the island from Allied forces. In Anzio, Italy, on February 7, 1944, German forces launched a counteroffensive during the Allied Operation Shingle. This battle was part of the broader Italian campaign of World War II. The Beatles made their first landing in the United States on February 7, 1964, arriving at the newly renamed John F. Kennedy International Airport. This event marked the beginning of Beatlemania in America and had a profound impact on the music scene. A devastating event occurred on February 7, 1966, when the Great Fire of Eylau broke out in a lumberyard on Isnart Street. The blaze lasted nearly half a day, destroying almost 3/4 of the city proper area and causing approximately PHP 50 million in property damage. On February 7, 1979, Pluto moved inside Neptune's orbit for the first time since either planet's discovery. This astronomical event was significant in the study of our solar system's dynamics. The Space Shuttle program achieved a milestone on February 7, 1984, during the STS-41B mission. Astronauts Bruce McCandless II and Robert L. Stewart conducted the first untethered spacewalk using the Manned Maneuvering Unit, MMU. A significant political development occurred on February 7, 1990, when the Central Committee of the Soviet Communist Party agreed to relinquish its monopoly on power. This decision was a pivotal moment in the dissolution of the Soviet Union. On February 7, 1991, during the Troubles, the Provisional IRA launched a mortar attack on 10 Downing Street in London, the headquarters of the British government. This attack highlighted the ongoing conflict in Northern Ireland. On February 7, 1992, the Maastricht Treaty was signed by members of the European Community in Maastricht, Netherlands. This treaty led to the creation of the European Union (EU) and the introduction of the euro currency, significantly enhancing European integration. In 1995, Ramzi Yousef, the mastermind behind the 1993 World Trade Center bombing, was arrested in Islamabad, Pakistan. His capture was a significant milestone in the fight against international terrorism. On February 7, 1999, following the death of his father, King Hussein, Crown Prince Abdullah ascended to the throne, becoming the King of Jordan. King Hussein's passing marked the end of a 46-year reign, during which he played a crucial role in Middle Eastern politics. In 2001, Space Shuttle Atlantis was launched on mission STS-98, carrying the Destiny laboratory module to the International Space Station, ISS. The addition of Destiny expanded the station's research capabilities, marking a significant advancement in space exploration. On February 7, 2009, bushfires swept through the Australian state of Victoria, resulting in 173 fatalities and causing widespread destruction. Known as the Black Saturday bushfires, this disaster is considered the worst in Australia's history. In 2012, after 23 days of anti-government protests calling for the release of a chief judge unlawfully arrested by the military, President Mohamed Nasheed of the Maldives resigned. His resignation marked a significant moment in the country's political history. On February 7, 2013, the U.S. state of Mississippi officially certified the 13th Amendment, becoming the last state to approve the abolition of slavery. Although the amendment was formally ratified by Mississippi in 1995, the certification in 2013 completed the process. In 2014, scientists announced that the Happisburgh footprints in Norfolk, England, dated back more than 800,000 years, making them the oldest known hominid footprints outside Africa. This discovery provided valuable insights into early human migration and behavior. On February 7, 2016, North Korea launched the Kwangmyongsong 4 satellite into outer space, violating multiple United Nations treaties and prompting international condemnation. The launch heightened tensions and raised concerns over North Korea's missile capabilities.